Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's release party. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Tonight is our release party. We're going to be releasing some brand new stamps and dies. We have a few surprises for you, and we're going to be joined by three of our illustrators who are here to share their inspiration and some awesome card projects. But before we get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, and I am not one of the surprises, right?
No, you're not.
Hi, everybody.
They're used to you, right?
Yes,
And me.
welcome by now, used to me. Yes. Welcome to the Release the Hounds party.
Oh, we're going to have fun tonight. Did you see some of the cool stuff back here?
Yeah, I did. I saw you getting it all lined up.
I know. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to share with everybody. Well, it's great to see you, and I know you'll be jumping in and out, and Tom will be kind of helping to field questions throughout the night and all that kind of good stuff. So you ready?
All right.
Okay. Well, tonight is our release party, and every time we have a brand new release, we also change our incentive set. And for those of you that are new to Gina K Designs, every month we give away a free stamp set for everyone who purchases $75 in product or more. And you don't have to put it in your cart. You don't have to do anything. It automatically gets attached to your invoice and it gets put into your box. And tonight we have this fantastic new set called Graphic Tree. Look how cute this is. I'm going to zoom in even a little bit more on this one. Isn't that adorable? So what I love about this set is it is a very graphic tree, and it would look beautiful with gold or silver embossing powder. But you can also do some fun stamping where you can stamp some of these additional items inside some of the circles. You can double up on colors. And then it's got a really nice typeface, a nice font that's very generic. It'll work with all kinds of different cards in your collection. Now, I want to show you something else here. We do have available a coordinating die set that not only cuts out the tree, but it cuts out all the extra elements so you can pop some of them up off the tree, and it cuts out all of the greetings. So I know a lot of you are starting to get into those greeting dies, and we're trying to do more of those with each release. So this is the brand new graphic tree stamp set that's yours free with any $75 purchase or more. This one you can't purchase. It's only available as an incentive to our customers for your loyalty. And then if you want the coordinating die set, that isn't available as a separate purchase. So that's our first item of the night that I wanted to show you. Now, we have two illustrators that can't be here tonight. One of them is Beth Saleka. She's got a whole bunch of kids, and they're all doing, like, three of them are there's a fly in here, Tom. There's a fly. I thought it was a floater, but it's a fly. Yes. So if you see a fly, join us tonight. We'll see what he can do. So Beth is always busy with her crew of kids. Some of them are in college, some are in high school. They're doing all kinds of things. So I'm going to share her new set. And some of the girls in our warehouse, well, one of the girls in our warehouse and a lot of the girls on our floor really think this set is amazing. This is called Fun Frame. Let me zoom out a little bit. Look at this set. This is so much fun. So it's got this huge frame, and then all of these greetings will fit inside the frame, and you can add the different elements with it. So for example, if you wanted to do happy birthday, you could pop in the cupcake in there if you want, or you can just put happy birthday in the center, and then you could have the cupcake around the frame. Now, I do want to show you that there is a full die set for this one too that cuts out all of the words, cuts out all of these little elements, and it cuts out the frame. This way you can layer these things and really work with them together. So maybe you want just the frame with the words stamped on it, but you want to pop up the cupcake and pop up the balloon, maybe have a bunch of them coming out of the frame. So many fun ways to use this set. And there's something about this font that I feel is just so fun and so playful. And it will work with all different kinds of stamps, from some of those bold kind of, those bold graphic looking flowers, all the way up to cute little animals and all kinds of other things that you have in your collection. So this one is available now. It's called Fun Frame, and I know you're going to love it. It's a real basic staple for your collection. It's also kind of fun for kids' cards, but it's not too kid-like, so you could use it for anybody, really. This one has my heart. All right. Now we have one more set. I have to go off to my files over here. We have one more set from another illustrator that isn't here tonight. It's Hannah Drapinski. You guys know she's got a little one, and our release party always comes right at bedtime, bath time, and all of those things. But it's okay, because this set, you don't need any inspiration for this one. This is a must-have. It will never leave your desktop, your workspace. This is called Say It All Sentiments. Look at all of the inside greetings you get on this one. And not only is this a great eclectic set, but she did it in a font that's going to work with pretty much any outside greetings that you have in the collection. And it's got birthday. It's got something about, I love this one. I think having me as your child is enough of a gift. You're welcome. I mean, that's kind of funny to send to your mom or your dad, or to make cards from the kids to the dad or to the mom. You're one of my favorite parents. Thanks for all you do. I love you. And then there's a father greeting for a birthday, and there's a mother greeting for a birthday. There's get well. There's congratulations. It's just so many options. And there's even a holiday Christmas one here. So this is one of those sets that you'll get into your collection and you'll be thinking, I'll always have the right thing to say on the inside. And this one's going to make you really want to start to decorate the inside of your cards. So this is called Say It All Sentiments. It's by Hannah Drapinski. It's in the What's New collection at GinaKDesigns.com. All right. Well, now we have, I'm going to show you. No, we're going to bring our first illustrator in. I did not unpackage her stamp set yet, but I'm going to do that now in front of you here. I love this stamp and die collection. This is called Grace and Gratitude, and she's going to tell you all about this image. Oh, I love this image, and there's two different ways that you can use it, and she's going to tell you all about it. And it's got this cool gourd, and you know, I know that we get really ahead of ourselves with the holidays. We like to get those holiday sets out early because we know that you guys like to get started on your Christmas cards. But we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. It is still October. We're still a month away from Thanksgiving. And I feel like this set would be beautiful for Thanksgiving. It would be beautiful for anytime you want to send a thank you card. And I love this element here for a background. I just can't wait to see what Lisa has created with this. So she's going to tell you all about this set. She's going to tell you how to use that pattern stamp set with the gourd. So let's welcome her to the program, Lisa Hetrick.
Hi, friends. It's Lisa Hetrick. Hi, Gina. Hi, Tom. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me into your homes tonight for our October release party. I'm super excited to share my brand new stamp set with you tonight. Oh, it's super juicy, perfect for our fall cards, and I've got a little bit of a twist. So let's go ahead and head down to our down camera. Let's go through the stamp set and all of the inspiration and talk about it. Okay, friends, let's dive in. This is the stamp set. It's called Grace and Gratitude. I am super excited to share this stamp set with you. It's got this really funky, like pumpkin gourd in it. Perfect for our fall cards. I'm going to walk through every single piece in the stamp set. We also have a coordinating die set and a really fun die that's going to work with the gratitude changes everything sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that right up there. Okay, let's take a walkthrough of the stamp set, and then we're going to dive into the inspiration. And there's a little something I want to talk about related to the pumpkin and the two-step stamping process. Okay, so we've got this really interesting star-like pattern that's a repeat pattern. I'm going to show you in the inspiration and in some tutorials to come how this repeat pattern works. As you know, in a lot of my stamp sets, I like to create repeat patterns that help us make our stamp set the star of the show. So super fun. We've got all of these little, I call them little fix-ins that are going to be bits and bobbles and pieces that help us build the gourd or the pumpkin. We've got a 2-step stamped rosette. Like this is like a cabbage rose. So we've got a medium-sized one and a small one. And like I said, we've got all these little fix-in pieces. And we've got the sentiments. Gratitude changes everything. Give yourself grace. Sending grace and gratitude. I absolutely love these 3 sentiments. I actually say this one a lot. It's something that I say and that I share a lot with friends and family. And all of these sentiments just mean quite a bit to me. So I wanted to share them with you in the stamp set. Now, let's talk a little bit about the pumpkin and the 2-step stamping process for the pumpkin. Now, there's something I want to share with you related to the stamp set and this pumpkin, patterned pumpkin element. When you receive the stamp set, this pattern, let's go ahead and just pop this over here so that you can see it. This patterned pumpkin was manufactured as all one piece, okay? So these pieces were not individual like they are now. There are 2 very creative ways you can handle this. You can take the whole stamp and you can cut the pieces. They are so far apart in the actual manufactured stamp that you're able to get in there and cut these pieces out. Or you can individually ink, you can put the whole stamp on your block and individually ink them up one at a time so that you can do the 2-step stamping within the gourd or the funky pumpkin. And you get these really beautiful effects when you're able to separate the stamps. Now, this is all on me, friends. When we work to illustrate and manufacture our stamps for Gina, we have to do a production process called baselining. And so my baselining for these individual stamps was off and it only manufactured as one. But like I said, there's an incredibly creative way for you to handle this. You can cut all of these pieces individually and they're super simple to cut. And because they're so far away from each other on the actual manufactured stamp, it's super, super easy to do. And I'll be talking about this more in our future tutorials, but I wanted to share that with you. Because when the stamp set arrives, that's going to create some questions for you. So hopefully this answers that for you. And again, this is all on me. So let's just dive in. And if you have any questions about that along the way, let me know. Because here is what you can do. See, if you cut those pieces individually, you're going to easily be able to 2-step stamp them in as you see fit. Okay, let's dive in and take a look at the inspiration. This card, I think this might be my favorite card out of the whole bunch. You can see that funky gourd pumpkin, and I've done that 2-step stamping in and alternated those colors to really create that whimsical look. The gratitude changes everything stamp. I die cut that out and it's perfect. We got those 2 little cabbage roses and we've got all the fix-ins for creating the topper and some of the curlies and the leafery on this card. I just love it. I just love that card. Okay, had to do a super fun watercolor card. Totally inspired by the really funky gourds that you can see in the pumpkin patch right now. Love the greens, the blues, and I paired this up with the Beauty and Everything stamp set, kind of put some of the dots from that stamp set and that sentiment just to kind of create this really fun card. Okay, now the cabbage roses in the stamp set are perfect for 2-step stamping. They're also perfect for creating that cascading pattern look. You know me, I love creating a fun pattern. Got that gratitude changes everything. Topped it off with a little bit of bling and just love the way this card looks. Okay, now This card really shows off the ability for you to use that star pattern in the stamp set as a pattern. And I want you to know that you can overlap that stamp. So let's bring this in. I'm going to be sharing this in some tutorials as well. You can overlap this stamp within the pumpkin pattern and it will line up perfectly. So you're able to kind of stretch this stamp set even further with the pattern piece that is in solid and the silhouette version of the pattern will lay right over top. So you're able to kind of create these really interesting patterns. I'm loving the way this card looks. It's got some of the little bits and bobs in there with that little heart sending grace and gratitude. I just love that sentiment. Okay. Now, this card, I've used the brand new stencil set that's coming out tonight and really had some fun stenciling in that pattern to this stamp set. Love, 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 love the way it looks. Added a little bit of the fixins to just kind of create that look and feel. Just loving the way that looks. Okay, again, I brought the stencil, the new stencil set that's coming out tonight. I brought that in. I did a little bit of a background piece and then took all 4 of those stamps for the pattern background and just stamped them in one at a time to create that look. And I didn't do the 2-step stamping version where I did the outline here. I just used the 4 pattern pieces and you can completely create that shape and cut it with the die cut. With the die. Just love that. Give yourself some grace. Really simple, kind of whimsical and wonky. Okay, I love this. I just wanted to pop this in to just give you a sense of what you could do with that big honkin' pumpkin board. You can do some watercoloring. I showed that you can just do a mix to get some really nice contrast here of stamping, 2-step stamping in, and you get out your Copics and do a little bit of Copic work. Love that. Added just a little bit of whimsy in here. Super, super fun. Okay. As always, friends, I have a brand new card idea sheet for the Grace and Gratitude card ideas. There are 8 super fun card ideas. You can grab this card idea sheet at indigojadeart.com/craftyourjoy, along with all of my other free card idea sheets, or you can grab it in the Facebook group, the Gina K Facebook group, in the file section. Okay, friends, let's take another look at the stamp set and the coordinating die. This is Grace and Gratitude. It's available now at ginakdesigns.com and head on over to the What's New section, or you can also click on the section over on the left-hand side that says Stamps Lisa Hetrick, and you'll find it there. I hope you really enjoyed this stamp set walkthrough and reveal, and I was able to give you a little bit more details about that pumpkin stamp. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Friends, I will be going live this Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we are going to do a really fun card mashup with Grace and Gratitude and something else in my collection. So I hope to see you there. Friends, thank you so much for inviting me into your homes tonight to share this new release, Grace and Gratitude. The whole release party tonight is amazing and chock full of so much inspiration. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Tom, for everything that you do. I'm absolutely so humbled and so grateful to you all. Thank you so much, friends, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the party.
Lisa, I absolutely love this stamp set. I love that Lisa and I were talking in the chat while her part of the video was playing, and you can't get enough patterns, right, Lisa? The pattern in this is amazing. The stamp set is amazing. It's easy to cut, or if you don't want to cut the gourd, the pattern, you can leave it the way it is and just move it over and stamp it into place. So either way, you can use this stamp. So many great elements in this stamp set. So Lisa, thank you so much for bringing your talent and your time to Gina K Designs. Also, your cards were amazing. And thank you so much for that inspiration sheet. I saw a lot of people saying those sheets, those card sheets are so helpful. So thank you for that. All right. Well, Grace and Gratitude are now available at Gina K Designs in the What's New collection, and you can get yours now. And don't forget to pick up that extra die set. All right, well, we have our next illustrator waiting in the wings. And I do have to say, people thought because I was chatting in the thread that this wasn't live. This is live. It's just when the illustrators are on, it gives me an opportunity to pop in and comment on their cards and on what they're doing and say hello to the new friends that just popped in to join us. All right, so our next stamp set for our next illustrator, I love this one. It's a super easy one to use. It's a layering stamp set. And I know that layered stamp sets, they really take away all of the, all of the fear of figuring out how to do the shading and get the deeper colors in the right spots. And take a look at this gorgeous set. This is called Wishful Roses. And you can see on here how easy these just line up. You just pop them right into place, and it gives you absolutely the most beautiful shading. What's nice about this set is it's not like 4 or 5 different layers, so it's not complicated. You can stamp just this part if you want with this part. So you have a solid one, and then you stamp that on top, and that fills in all the details. Or you can use it with the outline stamps. Now, I think it looks better with the outline stamps, but that's just me. You might do it and love it the other way. The other thing that I love about these is you can use them 2 ways. So maybe sometimes you are thinking, okay, I want to just do some quick stamping. I'm going to stamp these line art roses. I'm going to stamp the 2 steps in there, bang, bang, done, cut them out and make a card. And other times you might feel like getting your amalgam ink out, getting your colored pencils or your watercolors, doing some no-line watercoloring or some colored pencils with Gamsol. And you can just use the line art images for these. Now, we do have a full die set, and as you can see, all of the words are cut out for this one as well. It's got this huge wishing you, and then it's got a happy birthday, a lifetime of happiness, better days ahead. You can also do wishing you love, wishing you joy, and wishing you peace. The full die set is also available, and Arjita is waiting in the wings to show you her beautiful cards. So let's welcome her, Arjita Singh.
Hi guys, Ajita here. Welcome to Gina K Design release, and I'm so excited to be here and sharing the brand new stamp set with you. I am very excited for this one. It is different, it is unique, and I just had a wonderful time designing it for you. And I hope I'll be making some people happy who really do not like coloring these fine images, and hence we have designed a layering stamp set for you which will make coloring super easy and a lot of fun. So here is the stamp set, which is called Wishful Roses, and as you can see, it is beautiful floral, has these lovely solid stamp and then some layering stamps on top, so that your coloring and your card making is effortless and you can create a bunch of cards quickly for your loved ones. So there are also line images for people like me who enjoy coloring, and you can color it with all your favorite mediums. You can do Copic coloring, pencil coloring, watercoloring, and whatnot. You can also combine these layers using distress inks and those water-soluble inks. You can stamp them lightly and just use a brush, a wet brush, to smudge it, and it will be your own very unique watercolored effect very quickly. So this is the stamp set. It also has coordinating dies for almost every element of this stamp. So here is Wishful Roses stamp set and Wishful Roses coordinating die for you this month. And I will read out the sentiments from the stamp set, which are very generic. You can use them all year round. It says, wishing you better days ahead, wishing you joy, wishing you love, a happy birthday, wishing you peace, a lifetime of happiness, and so on. You can combine your older sentiments, you can combine your older foliage with the stamp and create beautiful, unique cards. There are so many background stamps which look amazing on this, and so many techniques. So I will now flip my camera and share the cards which I created with this, and I hope you will like it. So this is Wishful Roses. This is a close-up shot for you. And you can see all these beautiful sentiments. They are just stunning. And these layering Stamps are super easy to align with each other. You can use your acrylic blocks or the Misty tool to get that perfect layer. These are the dies, and almost all the pieces can be cut using these. So I have 4 cards which I created using this stamp set, and I'll show that to you one by one. This is the first card which showcases the layering of these stamps, and I used the light carnation and the medium carnation inks for the stamping. And I just finished it with this beautiful sentiment which you can cut out using the die, which says wishing you a happy birthday. So this is a very sweet card. For the next one, this is more grungy, and I've used a combination of red and yellow for the layering, and just arranged it on a craft colored card base, which I stamped using one of my background stamps. Again, this is wishing you a happy birthday. So I totally like it. I just added some paint splatters on top to add more texture. This is the next card, and for this I stamped the image with some light colored ink and colored it with pencil colors. And the sentiment says, wishing you a lifetime of happiness. For the background, I just lightly inked one of the stencils from this release. And I really love the clean and simple look of this card. So this is the next card, and for this I again did a no line coloring in this. I used Copic markers here, and the sentiment says wishing you love. I used one of the Masters layouts die, this beautiful frame, and I just love the way how this looks. So these are the cards which I created using this beautiful Wishful Roses stamp set, and I hope you will use it in so many different ways, and I can't wait to see what all you create. So that's all using Wishful Roses from my side, and I hope you liked it. If you create anything using this stamp set, please do not forget to tag me. I love seeing your creations, and I really get so motivated when I see all your lovely comments. I'll be sharing the card photos on my social media handle listed here. You follow me there, and I'm sure you will enjoy watching all the cards and product designs I've done there. So thank you so much, Gina. Thank you so much, Tom, for having me here. And I wish all of you have a lovely evening ahead. And I will see you very, very soon. Thank you.
Wow, Arjita, the way you color blows my mind. And this stamp set I love because you've made it easier for us by creating layers that already look like things are colored in. So thank you for that. And thank you for sharing all of that beautiful inspiration for us. Arjita lives in India, so for us to get her stuff in time and for her to be able to make stuff and get a video to us, it is so appreciated. So Arjita, thank you so much for everything you do for Gina K Designs. The new Wishful Roses Stamp and Die collection is now available in the What's New category at ginakdesigns.com. Now, somebody was saying that some of the old release might still be available in the What's New category. You may also see that our last kit is now broken up, so some of those things might look familiar. If you were looking for the bits and pieces from the last kit, they're now available a la carte in the What's New category. Okay, well, waiting in the wings is my, I'm not going to say oldest illustrator because she's certainly not. She's young and vibrant and beautiful, but she's been with me the longest. Melanie and I started way back when we were just doing rubber stamps and manufacturing them in a tiny little storefront out of the Madison, Wisconsin area. And her collection has grown so big. We've retired things over the year, but some of those special ideas she's come back and reworked in all kinds of new ways. Now, she just recently came out with a set called Beautiful Baskets, and it was a huge hit at Gina K Designs. Well, this time, Melanie has come up with a gorgeous set to fill those baskets. So let's take a look at it here. Here's her new Beautiful Baskets additions. And I absolutely love this one because even though it's got this gorgeous poinsettia cluster here for the basket, it's not just a Christmas set. You can use this for Christmas and for the holidays, but you can also use it for autumn cards. You can use it for spring cards. So there are so many different ways to use this. This is one of those sets that's going to take you throughout the year. So you still have plenty of time to make a few Thanksgiving cards. Then you can move into making some Christmas cards, and this is going to take you all the way through late spring. Then it's got some great greetings in here, wishing you and then everything from Happy Mother's Day, Happy Easter, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. I just love this. Speedy recovery. So very grateful. Lots of different ways to put these greetings into either the tag or this little sign that would stick out of the basket. So there is a die to cut out the sign and also this tag. So you'd be able to hang that tag or stick that sign right into the basket. And if you haven't seen her basket set, check it out on the website. It's called Beautiful Baskets. I thought I had it here, but I must not have grabbed it on my way. I do want to also tell you, some people were asking me if these would fit into the basket from my autumn kit. And yes, they do. So if you have that one as well, you can mix and match between Melanie's baskets and that basket and even her older basket sets to use this brand new Beautiful Baskets edition. So I'm going to stop talking because I know Melanie has tons of ideas and tips and tricks for you. So let's welcome Melanie to the program. Hey there, Melanie. Let's see what you got.
Hi everyone, Melanie Minshinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our October release. We've got some amazing products for you. I can't wait to see what all the other illustrators and guest designers did with these new stamps. Can't wait to share my newest set from Gina K Designs with you, Beautiful Basket Editions. This is a follow-up to my previously released Beautiful Basket set. It works perfectly with these 3 differently shaped baskets and flowers, but I wanted to create something that was going to work for you that's already built into these beautiful bouquets and that is going to go year round from fall, winter, spring, and summer with these sunflowers, poinsettias, and gorgeous tulips that are already arranged. I've also got some different tags here that you can just tie on or stick into the top of your arrangement. And then I have got these gorgeous bows here that are going to embellish those. I'd like to read through the greetings really quickly before I get into the samples. These are all going to fit onto these 2 different tags. And then I've got a wishing you a that you can add to these different greetings. So we've got love you, special delivery, heartfelt sympathy, Merry Christmas, always so very grateful, Happy Mother's Day, happy birthday for you. And then, like I said, there's a wishing you a. So we've got happy Easter, speedy recovery, best wishes, happy holidays, special day, and thoughts and prayers. So this is just going to cover really almost everything that you need for your stamping and your cards throughout the year. And then these line art images are going to be perfect for all of your coloring, whether you like to use pencils, watercolors, markers, or you want to do some embossing and bleaching. So many fun things that you can do with these. We've got coordinating dies that go with these as well. So 3 dies that will go with those different arrangements, the tags, and then the bows. So this is just going to make it so easy to pop these right over those baskets. You're also going to be able to use these for frames and borders as well. And then I have got an inspiration sheet for you that will be a free download PDF that you can find on our Stamp TV Facebook group. So please go check that out. I will be uploading that later tonight after the party. So let me go ahead and get right into the samples. I used all 3 baskets tonight. So the first one I want to show you is this gorgeous poinsettia filled basket. So this is from Beautiful Baskets. Like I said, I use the poinsettias and then that pretty tied bow. And then I stamped the Happy Holidays, or you could do Merry Christmas, on this little stick card that you see that you put in those flower arrangements. And then I put a little rhinestone, one of the Gina K rhinestones on that. And this is all colored with alcohol markers and then mounted on the red velvet and black onyx and white Pure Luxury. So I just love this card. And then you can see I use the die cuts there and some foam squares to make that dimensional. Such a fun Christmas card. The next one I want to show you is one that you can use the sunflowers in. This could be a Thanksgiving design or really anytime design. I put so very grateful on there so that I can have it work as a Thanksgiving card or other occasion later when I decide. And then I've got a purple tied bow here on top of this rounded basket from Beautiful Baskets. So this is all colored with alcohol markers, stamped with the Gina K black ink. And then I've got this on some of the sweet corn paper. The next one that I want to show you, this is using that more kind of flat open basket with the tulips. And I've got Wishing You a Special Day. This would be so nice for a shower or a wedding or a birthday. Used one of the Master Layouts dies to create that scalloped frame, which I think works so well with these tulips. Colored it all with alcohol markers and then did a little bit of masking and blending to create a little tabletop there with the Ocean Mist ink. And then I've got this on some of the bubblegum pink paper. The next one that I want to show you, this is really fun. This is with the poinsettia stamp and that die cut. I used the die from this set and I stamped the poinsettias 3 times and then cut them out. So you've got the one swag at the top, the one at the bottom, and then I cut this third one in half to layer it behind, and that makes a perfectly round, beautiful, full, and fluffy Christmas wreath. I left the flowers white and then just used 2 shades of green with my alcohol markers to color in some leaves there. And then I just added that bright red bow for some pop. And then the Merry Christmas down here, that is stamped in the red velvet ink. And then here is that scallop frame again from the Master Layouts. This is craft and some of the Gina K Pure Luxury White. And then I added just a bunch of the rhinestones on there to look like silvery or blingy diamonds or Christmas ornaments. So fun. The next one I want to show you is just using no more baskets here, but the next one is using some of those tulips. I've got them colored in all different shades here, just embellishing this circle die cut. So you can use these without the baskets, just like a little swag. And you can see that I have that stamped in the purple. That's the Wild Lilac ink on this lovely lavender paper. And that is just going to create some beautiful textured looking or coordinating backgrounds to go with these flower arrangements. I use the Best Wishes there. And then I have got one of my little butterflies from my Beautiful Butterflies set to go with that. And I think that that just works so well together. They're both in my Beautiful line. So they're both line art and the style works perfectly together. The next one, I used the sunflower arrangement, and I've got this stamped 4 times. I stamped it on either end. So you can see one side of the bouquet, it just fits perfectly along the straight side of a card or will fit into the corner there. So I stamped it on either end. Then I masked both ends of this and then stamped it on the top and the bottom to create this beautiful sunflower frame. And you can do that with any of these 3 flowers, but I just love that with the sunflowers. And so I've got them colored in all different shades there. And then I mounted this on a craft base and cut my tag out with some of the craft paper and added the little happy birthday in there. And then you can see this little bow, I have it illustrated to look like a little bit of baker's twine or maybe some raffia or jute. So I have that stamped and it looks tied there. So just for a very homespun feel. The last card that I want to show you tonight, but I have so many other ideas that I want to do with this set. But I feel like this covers most of the basic things that you're going to want to do right away when you get the set. I had to show you an embossed sample. So hope that you can see all that shine and shimmer there. This is some of Gina K's champagne embossing powder. So I've got her watermarking ink, and then this is heat set after you put the powder on. I have this on the red velvet paper, and then I have just done a little bit of blending with some darker red ink on there to just really give it a nice glow. And then the Wishing You a Merry Christmas is embossed there on the white. And again, we've got some more of those adhesive rhinestones. So this is just a really, really easy, fun card that you can stamp out with your Misty and mass produce. And I am just loving that for the holidays with that shimmer and shine. I hope that you love this new set as much as I do, and I can't wait to see the things that you're going to be adding to our online gallery. Please make sure that you tag me because I really want to see what you make, and thank you for showcasing the set and comment on your cards. Just love all the things that I've been seeing that you make recently, and I can't wait to just see what all of our other illustrators are going to make tonight and our other designers. So thank you so much for joining us. I am going to be trying to mix up these flowers with our other stamps that we have released this month and then in months past. I just didn't have time to get any more done than I did that I showed you here before I had to get my video turned in for this. So anyway, I am looking so forward to chatting with you and seeing what else you're going to make. And I've got more fun stuff coming out. Thanks again so much for coming to our party. Good night. Love you all. Bye-bye.
That's all I can say is, wow, those cards, one after the other, they just kept getting more and more beautiful. Melanie, your stamp sets are so gorgeous, and this is no exception. So if you guys are looking, and the thing is, I got to tell you a secret. Melanie, I just have to tell them. So Melanie actually was out of town, and she just got back. And today, she made that video, and I think it was today that she made all of those cards. Seriously, I mean, that's how good she is, but also that's how good her artwork is, that she can create stamp sets that look like wow stamp sets and are that easy to work with. The gold embossing, the little bit of shading, the wreath where the poinsettias are all white. So you just need to add a little green to the leaves. So Melanie, again, you're amazing. Thank you for that fantastic idea sheet. I know everybody's going to love it. You can get the Beautiful Baskets editions and the Beautiful Baskets stamp set, including both die sets, at Gina K Designs right now in the What's New collection. All right. So, well, our illustrators knocked it out of the park as usual. We have another illustrator that's not here tonight. Well, we have two. We have Debbie, who's not here tonight. Debbie's been on a cruise for like what time? Like 3 weeks? It was like a really long cruise. She's been gone. We haven't seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we decided, since she did 2 sets last month, that she was going to have a bye month. Is that what you called it, Tom?
She had a bye. Yeah,
she had a bye. Like in football, right? That's football for all of us who are a little bit. Okay, so Debbie's not here tonight, but she does have an amazing stamp set that we already had manufactured, and it's waiting for November. So that's coming in November. But the other illustrator that's not here is my daughter, Alicia. And Alicia comes up with the most amazing layering stencils. And tonight is no exception. I told her that everybody loved that gigantic poinsettia that she did last Christmas. And I said to her, but I'd like to have a layering stencil where the poinsettias are a little bit smaller so we can have more than just one, or even more than just a piece of one on the card. And she said, coming right up. And she created this absolutely gorgeous layering stencil called Christmas Flowers. Now, it's very hard to see through all of the layers, but I will show you. You've got dot layers. Let's see if we can you see that, how that works? Let's do 2 layers at a time because I think you could see better. See how the dots all fit around the flowers and in the center. So you can do the dots along the outside and the center's a different color. And then you can do all of these petals in, say, a red or a blue, whatever you want. Then it's got this layer that goes on top to create that shading. Let's do it in reverse like this so you can see that a little better. So that gives you all of that beautiful shading. And then you have all of these leaves that surround those poinsettia flowers. Now, what I love about this stencil is if you just wanted to use these 2 layers and make it more simple, you could. If you wanted to get that layered look where you have the shading in there, you can do that as well. And then, of course, you can add all of these little dots. So it's a 4-piece layering stencil. And I actually made a card using it to show you. I wanted to show you how pretty it looks on a card when it's all layered up. So I just used Red Hot and Red Velvet as my 2 reds. And then I used jelly bean green and a little fresh asparagus along the bottoms. And then for the centers, I used honey mustard, but for the outside, I used sea glass. Now, I also added one of the greetings from Feeling Frosty. That was from last month's kit, and that's a standalone set now with the die set. And I embossed that in gold, so you can see that shine in there. I embossed it in gold, but I want you to see something else because we have something else brand new that I'm going to show you in just a little bit, and it's Glimmer Mist. So we have a Glimmer Mist. Let me zoom in just a little bit here, Tom, and you'll have to tell me if they can see this shine here. Can you guys see the shine?
There it is.
There it is. So I just spritzed over this whole thing with some Glimmer Mist to give it a little bit of sparkle and shine. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about Glimmer Mist in just a minute, but I did want to follow up by telling you that this is called Christmas Flower, and it is now available in our store in the What's New collection at GinaKDesigns.com. I think this one's going to be really popular because you can make a quick tag with this. You can make such fast cards. I really made this card like about 20 minutes before we went live. I just had to throw it together. And because it's layering stencils, it just makes it so easy. All right, so I want to tell you a little bit about this Glimmer Mist. We have brand new Gina K Designs Glimmer Mist in glittering gold. We have it in classic copper. We have it in sterling silver. And we have it in shimmery snow. So I want to show you, I'll show you these up close a little bit. These are mica sprays. So this is all mica in here. And it's mixed with water and some sort of solution that helps it stick to your card. But one thing that's really important is you have to shake it well first before you use it, because it is a mica powder and the powder is going to settle at the bottom. You can see here, if you look on the side, you can see that the solution has separated a bit from the mica. All you have to do before you use it is just shake it up and it'll be ready to go. If you don't do that, the mica can get caught up in that little tube that's in there, and so you don't want that to happen. So these are the Glimmer Mist sprays. High quality shimmering spray. It's a mica-based ink spray, perfect for adding sparkle and shine to any paper crafting project. Spray at a distance for a finer mist, or spray close for a concentrated look. Now, I did spray just a couple of these. I'll be using all of them, but I wanted to just show you a couple of different looks. So here's what the gold looks like on black. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of gives you the paint splatter look, but it's shimmery and shiny. You know, it slightly can come off a little bit, but it's not like if you touch it, you're going to have mica all over your hands. You kind of have to really rub on it. And you don't have to heat set it at all. I just sprayed it and let it sit and dry, and it dries really fast. So I love the gold, and I just wanted to show it to you on black because they look very different on black than they do on white. And then I sprayed the shimmery snow on white just to show you what that would look like. Can you see that? It looks like pearl. It's a pearlescent look. So if you wanted a pearl paper, like a glittery, pearly paper, and you don't have one, just get your white cardstock, spray your shimmery snow, or get some gray cardstock and spray your sterling silver. Same with like a honey mustard, and do the glittering gold. You can have pearl paper, and then you can die cut that with word dyes and everything. You can heat set it if you want, sure, but you don't really have to. So what I was doing is I was just spraying them, and I love that shine. I also think that would be really pretty on snowflakes. Wouldn't that be gorgeous on snowflakes? Yes. I just sprayed them and let them sit, and they were dry in like 5 minutes. So
I guess you could spray it through a stencil too, right?
You could spray it through a stencil, yep, to just create this kind of look just on a layer of stencil or over your whole stencil design. The mist is transparent. Yes, the mist is transparent. So you just get that mica all over there. You can brush it on for sure. Just spray some maybe onto an acrylic block and then pick it up with a paintbrush. You could definitely do that as well. So they don't come in a set. We just have the 4 colors right now, and you can pick and choose the ones that you want. or you can get them all. So there they are. And then we have one other little thing that you may not have even noticed in the store, and it is this. We finally have our own sponge daubers. Now, you guys know how much I love sponge daubers. I'm a sponge dauber freak. I love them because they are perfect with your pigment inks. I do not like using blending brushes with pigment inks. Boy, I just demolished that, didn't I? I am not a big fan of using blending brushes with pigment inks. I like a sponge dauber. And I like my sponge dauber to be squishy. It's very squishy and poofy, so you can pounce with it if you want. But you can also ink blend with it because it's got enough of a tooth on it that you can do ink blending. So if you have a snowflake stencil or you have parts of a stencil that you want to lighten up with a white pigment ink, you can do that with these sponge daubers. We've always carried the sponge daubers. We just decided to get our own because they're always out of stock and they're really hard to get. So we went to a manufacturer and had our own made so we can keep them in stock for you. And I love them for the ivory pigment ink. I love them for the white pigment ink. And I also love them for Versamark or the embossing and watermark ink. So, you know, if you get 3 of them, you can use them over and over again. And the other thing that I love about these sponge daubers is even when you use them with pigment ink, I mean, I used this one with some white pigment ink a while back. This is an old dauber that I have, and it is still very, very soft. Where my blending brushes seem to get hard and crunchy, these daubers do not. So I just wanted to let you know that these are now in the store. So if you're looking for a good dauber, they are there. Okay, now it is time. Let me throw my crinkly stuff away. Too much ASMR. Now it is time for me to show you the bundle. Now, there were 3,500 people out there that already got this bundle if they attended the Fall Crop and Create class. Yet I was surprised about how many people saw the sneak peek today and said, thank you, this is the one I've been waiting for. So there's lots of you that didn't get it. So I'm going to show you the bundle, and then we're going to make a quick card tonight for another idea, and I'm going to show you the 3 cards that I made in that Crop and Create class too. So you'll have lots of ideas right out of the gate. All right, let me find where I put it. Here it is. This is the Fancy Florals Layering Stencil Bundle. Here we go. Okay, and this bundle is packed. So normally, I'm going to take a drink of water here because I'm talking too much. Normally, when we do a layering stencil bundle, we have a stamp set, we have a layering stencil set, and we have dies. This one, we have 2 sets of dies. We have this layering stencil set, and then we also have an additional stencil in here. And I love this stencil, and I want to show you a fun way to use it. So let's get everything out of here so you can see what's in here. Okay. So first of all, you have your index sheet. And if you did take that class, you might notice that this index sheet looks different than the index sheet that you guys got in class. I changed up the colors for this index sheet because I wanted everybody to see how beautiful this would be for Christmas, how you could make a Christmas bouquet out of this. Absolutely beautiful. Plus, I didn't want our team to mistake the new ones from the old ones. There's nothing different in them. It's just that the old one said that it was a class, and this isn't a class. So this is a bundle. So inside you have the Fancy Phrases stamp set that comes with a complete coordinating die set. So you can cut out all of the big words. Then we've got the 4-piece layering stencil set, and there are 2 different ways to use it. One way to use it is to cut out the full floral design die, which looks like this when it's cut out. Looks like this. See how big that is? It's huge. And then you can stencil right on that and have this complete cluster. But the other thing that you can do is you can cut out all the single flowers and leaves, and you can use the flowers and the leaves in this layering stencil to create individual elements. So then you can create bouquets, and you can create wreaths and different things like that. So those are part of the elements. Then you have this decorative double stencil. And this one is so much fun. So you might be looking at this and saying, oh, you know, I can't do a full card panel with this. Absolutely you can. And I'm going to show you how tonight. I'm just going to show it to you. The reason that I love this idea is you're getting 2 stencils for 1. You can use this as a grounding panel behind a bouquet, which is beautiful. Or if you want to go across an entire piece of cardstock or across an entire scrapbook page, you can, because these designs were created so that you can repeat. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But first, I want to show you a couple of the cards that I taught at the Crop and Create class. My cards were all about fancy folds. So these all work with the Master Layouts 13 die set. So this one I made. Ooh, this isn't the only one, though. Let me find the other one. Okay. Because I want to show you with the dies, too. So I originally made this one. And you can see the little stitching around here and around here. This is from the Master Layouts 13 die set. I designed that die set to coordinate with this class that I taught. And this is a Z fold card. See how that folds like the letter Z? Z, Z. There we go. There's a Z. So that's how it opens. And you can write your message in here. And then when you close it, the message will be hidden. So that's a card I made with this kit, with this bundle. And that's such a fun card. And then I wanted to show them that you could use these same exact panels, but make a gatefold card so it could open out like that. So there is the gatefold right there. Same exact layout, different fold style. And I used all of the individual elements and the greeting from that Fancy Florals layering stencil bundle. Okay, so those were 2 of the cards. Then I made a stair step card, which you guys have seen me do before. Again, I used Master Layouts 13. This is all cut out with Master Layouts 13 and Master Layouts 2. And that folds out like a staircase. There you go. And so again, with this one, I just cut 2 of these out using this die set right here. And then using the layering stencils, I created 2 bouquets. And then I popped one on the front and one on the inside in a different position so they don't look exactly the same. They're kind of, you know, turned a little bit differently. And then I used the sending hugs greeting. Then I decided to do a shadow box card. And all of these cards I've done on my YouTube videos too. So these are easy for you to find out how to do these. In fact, all of these templates are in our Gina K Designs group. So you can download these templates and make these cards yourself. But this one is really fun. I used those two of these again, these die cut pieces, and I just overlapped them so that you could see it's like a shadow box kind of back in there. And can you see how I used the decorative double stencil here? I also used it on this one here. It's very light and very pale, but I added those areas as grounding panels. And then this opens this way, so you can write everything in there. And when you want to put it into the envelope, you just squish it down to the side, one side or the other. I think that was my sample that didn't work out well, but the one I made in class, you just, when you attach everything, you fold it down like that to attach it. And then that is the same exact size as an A2 card. You can see that's the same size. So that fits into an A2 envelope. And then when they get it, they just pop it up. So that is another card that you can make with this set. So I'll share pictures in the group. I won't be making these cards because they were for a special class, but I wanted to show them to you in case you want to just look at them and then use the templates and my old videos to kind of work out how to make those. We're going to be making lots of things with these, though. We'll make some different stuff. All right, now I want to show you how to use this stencil. So this is a super cool stencil. decorative double, fun ways to use it. So I'm going to pop it out of here. Now you can choose either side that you want to use, and I'm going to get a piece of cardstock here, and I want to show you how easy this is. So let me grab a piece of, here's a piece right here that I was working on before. I'm going to tape this down just so it stays in place. Okay, so now if I want to use this one, this is kind of like a basket weave almost. And this one, I don't know what it's called, but I love it. It's so pretty and so modern. I can't think of the name of the flowers right now. I will come back and tell you the name of what these flowers are, but you have to give me a minute. I was going to write it down and I forgot to write it down. So I promise I'll tell you what kind of flowers they are in another video for sure. So I'm going to pick this side of the stencil. And so I just put 2 Post-it notes on there so it's not going to, you know, get in the way. And I'm just going to create a little bit over here, and then I want to move over and I'll show you how to do it. So let me get a blending brush and I'll get some craft ink to demonstrate this. Okay. All right, so let's go with a little craft ink here. So I'm going to start right here. I'm just going to hold it down and I'm going to just add some ink. All right, so we've got ink in here. Okay, so now that's pretty cool, but now, you know, it just kind of stopped and I want to move it over. So all you have to do is line it up. See how I just lined that up? Okay, you want to line it up. Let's find the right spot here. I have to look really close. Okay, there we go. So I've got it lined up here. And now I'm going to work my way over. And you see how you can keep moving over, right? If you want to come over this way, you just keep repositioning it and lining it up. So you can add more to it. So you can keep going. You can do that with this one as well. Let's show you that one. Okay. So now I'm going to add this Post-it note over here. And here, just so I don't go over. All right. You figure out where you want to start. Okay. And then if you want to move it over, you just line it up again right there. And you can continue to work your way over. So I kind of love that. And I love that you can, did you just have a hat on, Tom?
They were checking in on me.
Okay. And I love that you can use both of these for a full card front, or you can use them as grounding panels, which is my favorite way to use it. And this comes in the kit, in the bundle. I keep calling it a kit. It's a bundle, but it's a big bundle and it feels more like a kit. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to first stencil onto a big piece like this. Okay, we're going to tape that one down. And then I'm going to show you how to stencil onto the smaller ones. So what I like to do is figure out like what direction they're going on to match up the flower. So you could always keep one of these cut so that you can match it. And it just makes it easier to line up your stencil to figure it out. So that goes that way. So I'm going to just position it into kind of the same position over here. I'm not worried about up or down. This one goes here. So That would go like that. So I'll just put that one over here. And this one goes like that. So I'll just put it down over here somewhere. So these are all part of the dies from this bundle. So I've cut this one here to get this piece. I cut this one to get this piece, this to get this piece, and this one to get this piece. Now you can also cut out the leaves separately if you want, but let's just do these flowers for now. Okay. So I'm going to find my old stencil set so I don't have to open this brand new one. They are numbered at the bottom. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can start with 1 or 2, whichever one you want. But I thought for this, since I did all of my cards that you just saw in warm tones, I thought it would be fun to do these in some cooler tones. I've been really, really digging the purples and blues together. So I might as well just stay right on that topic, right on those colors, because I can't get enough of it. Plus, you just saw a whole bunch of warm toned ones. So it doesn't matter which one you want to do first. You can do purple first, or you can do blue first. Just pick 2 colors. You could do light lilac and medium lilac if you want them all to be perfect, or you can go totally crazy and do like passionate pink and, you know, apple mint, whatever you want. I'm going to start with the lilac, medium lilac. Do I want to start with lilac? Yeah, I'll start with lilac. Okay, so I'm going to lay this stencil on top, and it's very easy to line up. And I'm going to use a little pixie tape just to put it in place. Yeah, I think it's time for some cool colors with this. I'm so used to the reds and the warms, and I want to do something a little different. So you guys can see okay? Hope you guys can see okay. Let's zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to get a little medium lilac on here. And we're just going to go in one direction and then the other direction. And I'm leaving, see how it's kind of shady up there? I'm leaving it a little shady. That's okay. Kind of a little deeper in some areas than the others. Okay. So that's how you would do the first layer for this stencil. Now, you would do the same thing on this, except you would do each one individually. So I'm just placing that down to do this flower. Then I'm just going to move it up here and line it up on this flower. And you can see it's very easy to see through and figure out exactly where you need to line it up. And we've got one down here. So this is my first layer. I just can't wait to see what color combinations you guys come up with, because I did all fall cards with this, and I am ready to see some bright, bold jewel tones for winter, and also spring tones and summer tones. I want to see it all. Okay, so that's the first layer. Now we're going to go to our second color, and I'm going to do Turquoise Sea for that. The strumming and the cowboy hat, Tom. They're loving both. So I missed the cowboy hat. Okay, so now this one I'm going to put into place. Okay. And then I'm going to use some Turquoise Sea. There we go. I just think these two colors are going to be so pretty together. Another really good blue with this purple is Blue Lagoon. If you haven't tried Blue Lagoon, it's definitely different, and I don't use that enough. I'm going to use that on a card soon. Oh, and I bought a new shirt, you guys, that has the weirdest color combination, but it's so pretty. And I bought it strictly to wear it to use my shirt as inspiration. So we got to get back into doing some of those cards. Okay, so there is the turquoise with that. Aren't those colors gorgeous together? So I'm going to do these little single ones. It's kind of hard not to love this color combination. Okay. So pretty. And again, easy to pop these in place. And then I'll show you how to do the leaves on the big one. Love the shadiness. Sometimes I feel like we don't leave enough white space when we're ink blending on stencils. And that really creates that shaded look. Okay. There we go. Love, love, love. All right. Now, I will show you on one of these. Let's see. I'll get a little leaf here just so that you understand how it works. Okay, so now we're going to do the big stem with leaves, and that's pretty easy to line up as well. Probably would have been better if I had my design straighter, but I wouldn't have to be turning it. Okay, so let's use jelly bean green for the first layer. So I need to re-ink my jelly bean green pad. This was one of my very first ink colors. It was the second round of ink colors that we did when we only had 16 colors. And I think this is the original ink pad, and I don't think I've ever re-inked it. So it's getting a little dry. It's a long time ago that we came out with ink. A very long time ago. It was 4 locations ago. We've moved 4 times since. Okay. Now I'm going to get a tiny brush, not because you have to use a tiny brush for this, but because it already has the ink color I want on it, which is fresh asparagus. And I love these two colors together. They really work well together, the jelly bean and the fresh asparagus. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're going to add that last one on here. And it just fills right in. Well, that was one of our first Stamp TV little strummings there that you're doing. Okay, now I'm going to add fresh asparagus in here. Definitely a darker, more olivey green. And you can see I'm going a little heavier toward the bottom and getting a little more light-handed as I go to the top. And you can see how quickly I'm throwing this together. I mean, it really goes fast. Okay. So now, this is done and ready for the card. See how easy that was? Now for this one, you just have to find the smaller leaf. So this leaf is a small leaf. This is a small leaf. Either one of those will work with the small leaf because this is the smaller leaf that I cut out. There's a large leaf and a small leaf. I cut the small one out here as a demo. So I'll go with the jelly bean first on here. Just use that one down at the bottom. So I know my second one is down here at the bottom as well. And you just pop that into that open spot. And we'll we'll do some fresh asparagus in there. So there is the leaf. So you can do leaves and you can do separate flowers. Oh, and this here, I forgot to do that. Let me show you that. That is on this one here. It's this stem right there. And all you have to do is look for where it is on your big one, and it'll be easy to find. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a quick little card out of these. I'm not going to use this one right now. That would be a little too easy just to use this one and pop it on there. I'm going to do a little cluster for you and show you how it will look. So for this card, I'm going to stamp out one of the greetings from the stamp set. Let me find that. You know, I don't know where my stamp set went, so I'm going to have to open the one from here. That's terrible, but I have to do it. I feel like I just taught this class not that long ago, and I guess I didn't put things away where I was supposed to. So whenever you have a new stamp set, you know you got to prep the stamp just a little bit to make sure that it's going to work well. So my idea for this card is to take a little circle. I've got a double stitched circle mounted onto a single stitched circle. And I thought I would make a little square wreath card, but not a wreath per se. I would just stamp the greeting up on here, and then I would kind of cluster the flowers around it. So kind of like have one here, one over here, and then have, I always like to have one with a stem so I can have it kind of coming up. And then I would work in some leaves. So I have a few leaves already done over here that we could work into the mix. Get another one in here. And maybe one up here on this side to add some greenery there. I'm going to have to put on some fake nails because I can't pick things up. So that kind of look. And then I'm not sure, should I stamp the greeting and die cut it out so it'll pop up? Or should I stamp it right on there? Does it matter? What do you guys think? I think stamping it right on there and just working the flowers around it might be enough. I'm waiting to see what you guys say. I mean, I've already showed you 3 cards with everything stamped, with everything popped up. So let's see, stamp it right on there. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of stamp it right on there. I did see some pop it ups too, so I think either one would look good. But let's just go ahead and glue this down onto my Misty so it doesn't move, and I'm going to move these out of the way for now. What a mess I have. I'm going to give this card away tonight. So what should it say? It should say sending hugs. What about that? I think that's going to be good. That'll give me room. Okay. All right. Stamp on directly. I think we're all on the same page. Most of us. Okay, so I'm going to just work my fingers over this brand new stamp that I just pulled out of the package. I'm reading your comments as I go. Okay, and if it's not perfectly straight this time, it doesn't matter because it's a circle and we can turn it. And we'll just do it kind of up in that corner a bit. Okay. I'll use my little black Onyx ink cube. Oh, you like the font? Thank you. I like this stamp set too. I think it's really cute. We'll stamp it a couple times since it's a brand new set. It's working pretty good though for a brand new set. You just need to do it a couple times just to make sure it gets nice and dark. And we don't want to like squish it too much because we don't want to distort that delicate little phrase up there. And by the way, if you guys happen to have Master Layouts 13 already, the little die in there that's stitched will cut out every single one of these greetings. So this kind of was designed to coordinate with Master Layouts 13 and to do all of those fancy folds. So if you're looking for a little stitched sentiment strip and you have Master Layouts 13, that'll fit perfectly. Yep, don't squish the sentiment. All right. So I think we got to get all stitchy with this card. I think the stitches are going to make this card so cute. So what we'll do next is we will cut out a white panel with Master Layouts 3. Now you don't have to do this. You can just cut it plain if you want. But I'm going to cut it out with Master Layouts 3 to stick with the cute little stitching idea. So I'm going to use the smaller die and shadow die from Master Layouts 3. And that also has circle dies and stitch dies in there. So if you have Master Layouts 3, you don't need the double stitched and all of that. You can use what you have. Let me get a piece of white cardstock and we'll cut the white one. I have to turn it just a little bit so it's not so hard to get through. Ooh. Oh, am I gonna shimmer the flowers? I guess I could. I don't know if I have enough time to let it dry tonight. I was thinking of shimmering on Thursday. You guys gonna be with me on Thursday? We can shimmer together. That's not a big enough piece of black cardstock. So let me grab another piece here and see if I have something that will work. This will work. Let's shimmer together on Thursday. Okay. So the best Master Layouts die set to start with, in my opinion, if you are a card maker and you like making A2 cards, which are very popular in the United States, I would say either Master Layouts 1 or Master Layouts 2. Because they're both really good for A2 cards. Master Layouts 1 is a little bit bigger than Master Layouts 2. So you get a little bit smaller of a border around the outside of your card base showing. Master Layouts 2 has the stitches. So either one of those would work really great as your first one, just to kind of get the feel for cutting a bunch of panels and seeing how easy it is to cut and stuff like that. If you like making square cards, then Master Layouts 3 is your go-to. And if you like 5x7 cards, the bigger cards, a lot of our European friends like those, and our even some of our Canadian friends like those, then I would say go with Master Layouts 8. Okay, so now we've got those panels together. And then let's see here. Let's pick a card base color. Should we go with sea glass to play off of that? Or should we go totally outside of the box and do like a gray so that it won't take away from the prettiness of the... Let's see. When you place the dies at the corner, does it affect the grain of the paper? I haven't seen any effect on the paper at all. No. I think I'm going to go with the gray. No gray? No gray? Really? But you know I want to do the gray, right? Let's just look at it. I'll cut it down. I'm going to make it 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And then I'm going to just score it and we'll look at it. We don't have to commit. We can cut a sea glass one too. I just feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm playing favorites with the colors on the card if I pick one of the colors, and then it just brings that color out so much that you don't notice the other color as much. And it might not look so good on a gray countertop, but here, if I do that, maybe it'll look a little better. I don't know. Maybe if I put it, let me put it on a pink piece of cardstock. Maybe that'll look even better. Okay, we'll do that. Sometimes it's about being able to see it enough. So I'll put it on here because I'm really kind of wanting to go with the gray for this. Okay, so this is our stormy sky. There is a lighter gray that you might like better. And then this is going to go right here in the center, maybe a little higher than center. And then we'll start laying out the flowers again. We've got to be able to see that green part there. I think we got to go higher with this. Somebody said maybe it was too many flowers, but I don't know. Let's get the other flower going over here. And then when we get the leaves out here, it might make a difference. Sometimes it's about balance, and you just needed a little something more on this side than you do over here. I like that. I think that's actually very pretty. I like that layout. So let's do that. I gotta pull everything off again. We could pop this up, and I think that might be nice for a little dimension. So I'm going to use some of these foam squares. These are the new Gina K designs. What happened to that one? Go. These are the new Gina K designs foam squares that ThermoWeb did for us, and I really like them. I like the way they're easy to peel. Okay, we're going to go up just a little higher. Looks good and straight. Circles are great because if you don't stamp them straight, you can just turn them like a dial. All right, so this one is going to go right onto this card. Like this. And we'll bring this one down here. This one over here. But then when we add the leaves over here, I think that will fill it out. Like that. Get those leaves under there. Do that. Do you want just the two? You think the two just look better? We could turn this one a little. Maybe just the two. Although you know me, I love the threes. I love the odd numbers. Maybe if I just move this over a little bit, that's what I need to do. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. We could even slip a little greenery right here just to fill that in so we've got some greenery. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to put a foam square under that one. I've got these tiny foam squares just to keep it in place. We'll pop that under there. There we go. And then we'll add this right under here. Just for a little green over there. And then we'll fluff up this green over here to balance it out a little more. We could add 3 over here. Let's do that. You guys know I talk my way through these cards. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get here. like the dimension of that. Yeah, I like that. That gives me a little bit more balance in the greenery. Gotta say, I love those blues and turquoises together. And we can add a few little, I think silver would be the right color for here. So let's add a few little silver dots around the greeting, just around the greeting. Okay. So we'll do a tiny one right in here. And we'll do one up here. And then we'll do a tiny one in here. There we go. Tiny, we're doing tiny silver. Perfect. I need more tiny silver. Oh, there's a lot of them. Good, good. There we go. I think that's just enough. Just enough little bling in there. Yeah, and I think the gray ended up looking good because it doesn't take away from all of this pretty color. However, if you prefer doing a color and you wanted sea glass or you wanted to maybe have a purple in there or something like that, I totally get it. And I don't blame you. It would be beautiful too. Okay, so Tom, we're going to give this card away. All right. Tom's just putting his guitar down. Did you hear it? Clunk. I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can see this a little closer. There we go. All right. You got the cowboy hat on and the headphones. All right. So we're going to do one winner tonight who's going to win this little card.
Cheesy drum roll, please.
All right.
All right, we have a winner. The winner is Kat Lecksell. Kat
Yay,
Lecksell.
Kat, congratulations. This card's coming home to you. All you have to do is send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we'll get it out to you. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. We hope you enjoyed all of the brand new stamps and dies, our new Glimmer Mist, sponge daubers, gosh, so many fun things in our new bundle, all now available in the What's New collection at GinaKdesigns.com. All right, Tom and I are going to be back on Thursday with another Crafternoon Live. And then I will try to get back here over the weekend with either a Foil It Friday card or another 5-minute card. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you all so much for being with us. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.